Balloon Miner is one of the best decks currently in Clash Royale, with incredible offensive potential with the balloon, with the miner to tank for it, as well as all the benefits on defense of a 2.6 hog deck. You get such incredible defensive abilities and positive elixir trades to really counterattack and take the towers by storm. So today we're going to be hopping straight in and seeing what kind of damage we can do with this deck, see if we can make some good predictions with our miner and just trying to get some free Ws. So let's hop straight into the first game. And we're into the first game against the Yield Fly here, and we're going to hop straight up, just go for skeletons in the back, play our cycle cards, always the best thing to do, straight up. Now boys, before we get any further, I do want to preface this with saying I am playing this in a challenge, primarily just because I want to be able to show you guys the best version of this deck, which has the evolution miner, and I don't have that. And it looks like we're starting off with a mirror matchup here, so this should be interesting. We'll see who the better player is, even though I've not played an awful lot of this deck before this video. But some of the good things to note about this deck, we have incredible just output, defensive abilities, defensive abilities. Just you can do some serious damage with this deck, and hopefully today we're going to be doing that and trying to do some good stuff. Now we're going to go for the ice golem here in front, and we'll go for the bar barrel. We're going to take a bit of damage up this right side here. Not going to be the most ideal obviously, but we can get the miner in front, just keep tanking for the muskie, so the muskie will stay up. He goes in for a snowball, and our musketeer is going to be on tower, and we're going to take a little bit of that damage back out of him that he has done to us. Obviously not as much as he's done, but you know, we get there. We get the point. So we're going to go for our bomb tower, just to clean this up and make sure we defend that quite nicely without taking all that much damage. And we do need to kind of get our own attack going. So we go for the muskie here, and it's going to be vital to save our musketeer and snowball probably in this. I think we can go without the snowball here though. Yeah, we can. We can get away without the snowball in this one. We're going to take the bomb damage. Maybe can't do that too much more often, but for now we can get away with it, and I don't need to stress all that much. I'm going to go balloon and bar barrel here, and this will be able to have the barbarian tanking for the balloon. He goes for his muskie in the opposite lane, so I think that will just be tower gone. I don't really see a way he gets around and defends this, because I have my snowball in hand and everything, so we can take this game pretty well here. And that's going to be that left tower down. Now we're going to go for our skeletons here. Oh, he's going to predict. Yeah, he's going to go for a nice prediction there. But we can save it anyway. Go for a snowball, and we'll just go for ice golem here. Try and pinch that out. No. Oh, we will. We pushed it off ever so slightly. And we're going to go balloon miner here. And hopefully he just misplays his musketeer again. Now, he's not going to do that this time. But maybe in the next time he'll put out again. We don't even need to go for our muskie here. We can just go for a snowball, push that back, and we get it pretty nicely. We go for our what's it called? Our ice golem here to defend, and I need to get round to my bomb tower pretty quickly here to make sure that we defend this without taking all that much damage. And we managed to keep the tower for now, which is going to be very nice. He has to go for his miner here, so we're going to go for the early bar barrel. We go for the ice golem here. We're going to go for the snowball and the skeletons, and that's going to be a pretty nice win for game number 1. Going getting the little diff off, and we'll hop straight into the second game. And getting right back into game number 2 after a pretty dominant win for game number 1, beating a mirror matchup, which is always nice to happen. We're going to go for a miner here on the tower first play, get a little bit of chip damage, and that was actually a bit of a misplay from me there. Anyone want to guess why? So if you guess, well, good for you. But you always want to place your miner. I'll show you next time we get around. You always want to place your miner right in like the very corner, like on this tile, and that's primarily just because if they do have tornado, it's like the one placement where they can't tornado it in. So you just protect yourself. That's always just good practice to do for your first few miners anyway. Whenever you kind of don't know what they have, and keep yourself safer. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're going to play this deck. Now we're going to take tower here, but I have a feeling we're going to lose tower in the process. So we might just let this go, honestly. Go for a muskie here, try and clean up this defense as much as we possibly can. Musketeer will stay alive for now, which is nice. We're going to go for the ice golem here, and then whenever we get around to it, we'll go for our giant snowball. Might be a bit late. Yeah, we did it all just a bit late. Didn't have the elixir to do so, so we do waste a little bit of elixir, but I think we can pull this game back, and we can get this into our hands pretty quickly. I think this honestly might be my first or second game against the Spirit Empress. I have not played against her all that much. I don't think she's the best card in the game. So that's an interesting one to always go against. But yeah, it's a bit different playstyle I'm not used to, you know. Be fun to try it out. Now we're going to go for our bomb tower here. This should help us clean up this Prince Chad. And I can't really, puts in a bit of an awkward situation, because I can't really go for my skeletons until the Chad used the ability, which just kind of messes up there a little bit. We're going for the snowball here to knock this back, so we don't take all that damage onto our muskie, because we really need to keep our muskie alive. We're actually going to go for the balloon miner here. Quite poor timing for us actually. And let's go for our musketeer here. Hopefully it gets forward, gets a bit of damage in on the Spirit Empress, and he does go for a tornado, so it was good practice for us to go for that at the very start in this game, if you remember back to that. And I'm actually going to go for my Evo Skellies here, and we're going to go for our Ice Golem in the pocket. We're going to go for Miner as well. We're just going to try and get as much damage in as here as we can. And oh, it does that? Yeah, it does. It actually destroys it. I didn't think it was going to do as much as it did, but it definitely did. It let me know who's boss. So we'll go for our Barbar here. I really want to keep this muskie alive if we can. He's going to put another ability, which is an interesting one. Okay, we're going to go for our bomb tower here. And I honestly think that I could just... Okay, let's go for Ice Golem and pull this all away. We're going to go for the musketeer here in the back. We have to get our Barbar going onto that Lumberjacks. That's doing a lot of damage. Too much damage, actually. And now let's get our Miner balloon going again. I kind of messed up there. I went for the balloon a bit too early, but that's alright. And we can go for our Barbar here. Gonna actually get the skeletons going in really quick. I'm gonna go for another Miner in the back of the tower, and then hopefully we can get around and go for our balloon. But he's kind of too much there at the minute, so we need to play this a little bit safe for now. Let's go for the bomb tower here, and we're going for the Ice Golem to pull all that back as best we can. Go for our barrel, and we're going to go for the skeletons. And yeah, I think this might be a loss, to be honest. We go for our snowball, and we lose this one, unfortunately. Game loss number 2. Pretty good fight put up, but he did overwhelm us in the end. But we'll hop straight into the third game. Okay, and we are back for our third and final game here after a rather unfortunate loss against a Golem player that we just couldn't hold on, you know. That beatdown deck sometimes can be tricky, and in this situation it definitely got the better of us, and you know, we lost that one. That's okay, it happens. We take it, we move on, and we're going to win this one, and we're going to do much better this time. So we've kind of took some things from that last one, and hopefully we can bring it forward. Now, you guys might not know it from my gameplay, but decks like this have such a high skill ceiling. Games like that are perfectly winnable. It's just my lack of my lack of experience with it, maybe we'll say, cost me in that situation. So it makes it a bit more difficult whenever you're not used to decks like this. But you definitely can get used to them. Takes a little bit of time that I've not really invested in the deck yet. I like to show you guys all the current best decks in the game, and this is one of them. But I've just not had the opportunity to get used to it fully. Not cards that I play very frequently. I occasionally play a bit of Miner, but I'm never really a balloon player. I don't know why. I don't know. There was a deck that I used to like a little while ago, but it was just a bit of a menace deck, to be honest. I think anyone could play it. I think you could blindfold yourself and play it. It was like that one. I've never actually had the experience of playing the Lumberloon or anything like that. Any of the actual like menace balloon decks that people get mad at. But anyways, this is a really nice push we have in our hands here. We can go in for our Miner in front of the muskie, and he kind of has just a bit more to think about, a bit more to defend. He goes in for a snowball here. We can go in for our snowball as well. Didn't get too much out of it, but the potential was there if we had have pulled it off slightly better. And we can just kind of take our time. We don't need to get aggressive with this. This is a good deck that fares well in double elixir, come to triple elixir, because you can just cycle so fast. But it also fully depends on the type of deck you're against. Now I'm going to go for my balloon in the back up the left side. Make him kind of panic a little bit, make him think, what are we going to do? I'm going to go for my Miner in the back here as well. We'll go for our bomb tower, just to defend this giant, and we can defend it quite well. Our balloon's going to go down, unfortunately. We didn't really get anything out of it. We can't really afford to do anything with it whenever we have this kind of attack coming up the right side that we definitely needs our attention. So we kind of have to deal with that first. That is definitely the mature thing to do. Now let me go for my Evo Skeletons here. We're going to take a good bit of damage. Hopefully the Skeletons can stay alive though, And oh, we're taking a lot to that witch. Wow. Okay, interesting. So let me go for my. Oh, we waste a shot off on that. It's not ideal. We don't want to be wasting shots on the skeletons. Yeah. But anyway, he's gonna go in for his graveyard. Very, very aggressive graveyard. We can defend this quite easily. And then if we just go for a big counter attack here with our balloon, our miner, we have everything going in. We're gonna pre-snow. No, we're not gonna pre-snowball. He's not even going for them. Good job we didn't snowball. He's going to put our balloon on tower. We're going to snowball now. Knock away them minions. We get a good bit of damage off on this tower. Musketeer's walking forward. And Balloon's going to take tower with that late game comeback. Unbelievable. Big mistake from him. Cost him the game. And yes, as we've seen, this deck performed quite well today. You know, I maybe had a few misplays. There's definitely things I could do better. I fully appreciate that. And you guys can let me know down below what I would have done, what I could have done better, what you guys would have done to win or make some of them games better. Obviously, that third win, we did deserve it, but it kind of came a bit lucky to us. But we'll take it nonetheless against a very meta deck with the Evo Witch right now. So yeah, anyways, this deck will work into the new season. So if you're looking for a deck, do be sure to give it a try. And anyways, guys, if you did enjoy, do be sure to like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back for a brand new video very, very soon. I'll see you all in the next one.